Okay, so we are going to break down Algebraic Expressions, Lesson 1, Parts of an Algebraic Expression, the vocabulary, the U-try. So if you need some extra guidance through these problems, you can watch this video here and we will break down this U-try. So all we're doing is working on identifying our vocabulary in parts of an algebraic expression. So we have terms, which remember are things that have either just a variable, a number, or the product of a number and a variable. We have like terms, things that have the same variable with the same exponent. Coefficients are the numbers in front of variables, and constants are numbers that don't have any variables attached to them. So we're kind of working big and then getting narrower and narrower in our scope. So terms are all of these things. Each thing separated with a plus or minus sign constitutes a term. So we have 7x squared. We would call that negative 4x. It's really like plus a negative 4x. We have 13 and we have 10x. So everything separated with a plus or minus constitutes a term. Now, if we're looking for like terms, we're looking for things that have the same variable and the same exponent on the variable, or things that are constants. All constants are like terms. So we see we have an x squared, but we don't have any other x squared. And then we see we have an x term. We have negative 4x and we have 10x. So those would be like terms. Okay. Moving on down to coefficients. Coefficients are things in front of a variable, the number in front of a variable. So 17 would be a coefficient, negative 4 would be a coefficient, and 10 would be a coefficient. So we would have 17, negative 4, and 10. So any value that is being multiplied to a variable. And then last but not least are our constants, any number that doesn't have a variable attached to it. And so we have that 13. So that would be number 1, identifying the terms, like terms, coefficients, and constants. Number 2, if we slide down to number 2 here, notice we have 2 variables on each thing. We have m's and k's. Each of these are terms. So 14m cubed k squared is one term. Negative 12m squared k is one term, so on and so forth. So all of those are terms. And now you want to start, as I'm writing these down, or after you write them down, you want to start to look, okay. So we see we have m and k in the picture. We need, in order to be like terms, we need them to have the same amount of m's and the same amount of k's. It can't be that, oh, we just see m and k and we can combine them, or let's add all of their exponents and see if it adds to the same. So I only see one thing with an m cubed, and I'm going to get my highlighter here. This is the only thing with an m cubed. So there will be no like terms with this 14m cubed k squared because there is no other m cubed. There are things with a k, but they don't have the same amount of exponents. Then looking here, I see I have an m squared and 1k. And so I'm going to look down the line and I'm going to say, okay, I see something else with 1m squared and a k. So these two things would be like terms, okay? And then last but not least, I have another m squared, but the exponent on the k is 3. So that differentiates it from my m squared k to the first. So they both have to have the same letter and the same exponent. So the only like terms we have here are where the m's are to the second power and the k's are to the first power. Both variables have to have matching exponents. So even though the m's were alike on that 10m squared, that k to the third makes it different. Okay, Our coefficients are the numbers in front of our variables. So all of these have a coefficient. So we have 14, -12, 10, and -8. And then our constants, we don't have any. We don't have any numbers without variables. So we can write non-applicable, we can write none, but that should break down lesson 1 for algebraic expressions, the U-try. So if you need extra help, hopefully you found that helpful. Great job, keep it up.